So recently zksync were hosted on the Bankless podcast, where these guys made a bunch of announcements related to their protocol and token. Now there is like an hour and a half, 2 hour episode that you can go and watch, and I do suggest that you do so because there is a lot of interesting stuff that is said in there. However, zksync have posted some of the main points from that podcast, as we can see here, and a Twitter user who goes by the name of wagami.eth has summed these points up really well. So today I just wanted to go and talk about what was discussed in this podcast, the main 4 points anyway, and go over what that means for the protocol. So first of all, there was no token announcement on the podcast. However, they did call their recent fundraise that they made a fair raise. Now, investors came in on the condition that should there be a ZKS token, the decision to be taken by the team, and that 2/3 distribution to the ecosystem is set in stone. Now, another really important thing is that he compared that to the distribution of the Starknet token and also Arbitrum. Now, considering that Arbitrum also haven't really spoke about their native token, was this a mistake by him, or did he leak some sort of information, that he knows that nobody else does? So I thought that was really interesting. Also, they do talk here about lockups for current investors. They say that they don't like pump and dumps and understandably want to avoid these. Everybody is here for the long haul. So they're obviously talking about some sort of vesting scheme that will happen with their native token. There was also no update on the actual timeline and release dates of the fair launch alpha and the full alpha. However, they did go ahead and release this little image that kind of shows you where we're at the moment and what we should expect in the future. So the baby alpha was just for the team. The fair launch alpha will be for the devs to allow time to upgrade the contracts, and then eventually in the future there will be a full alpha for users to use. However, Steve did reiterate that there will be multiple audits before the fair launch, which is reassuring. Now, another interesting point was that their code will be open source. Now, comparing this to Polygon, for example, which is copyrighted, and Starknet's code, which can't be forked, making it an open source was existential decision for the zksync mission. That brings us on to point number 4. That layer 3 proof of concept is being launched in Q1 of 2023. zksync currently in talks with many mainstream brands and household names. These firms view Ethereum as the most trusted blockchain and want to make their move on zksync. So even though during this podcast we didn't get the answers to the inevitable questions about their token, airdrop and specific dates for the launch, however, just like Wagami states here, even when eventually launched, zksync distribution is going to reflect the bigger goal of the project. They're not a firm, they're an ecosystem that supports Web3 adoption and Ethereum. So like I was saying before, I will be sticking a link to the whole podcast in the description of the video. I do suggest that you guys watch that. These are just kind of the main takeaway points from that and what we can be expecting in the future. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. So thanks for listening as always, and until next time, bye.